Hey guys, welcome to my video. Today I'll be reviewing the Fenrir. Obviously, the Ragnarok bots have been out for a bit now, and obviously, the dominance of Ares is just um, kind of like the Spectre era. I guess everyone is kind of loading up with Ares. So I think that's a little bit risky at this point. The bot has been out for a while. We've seen the pattern. So some of the things that I do with reviewing some of the stuff, especially for this video, I'll be kind of thinking um, at the current state of the bot, but also I think it's important to kind of see the spot without the Ares. Let's say if we didn't have the Ares, right? How good would this bot be? Because obviously not many people are using the Spectre in the Champion League. That just means that it's not the strongest, it's not most up-to-date meta robot. So I kind of want to see the Fenrir without the Ares as well as the current state, just because the with the rebalance and everything, it does change. So as far as seeing this at the current meta, obviously this spot is the downside of the spot is very slow, and you do have the Aegis shield to move around and not get locked down. So you I think if you use that well, you don't get locked down, and you can really go into places that you really want. Probably definitely around where the beacon is, where the important beacons are. But it is slow, and I thought that's why I have the Iku Corona Redeemer in my lineup, because I just want to extend the mobility of this bot so I can really threaten enemy's beacon. And that's what I'm using right now. It is sometimes hit or miss because you do have to counter Invader with this, and the benefit of this bot is definitely having that firepower over the Invader. So I definitely there's hit engagements and some of the bad engagements that I've encountered, but the benefit of this robot, this setup is very unique in my opinion because of the last stand. So when you have more than half of your health and the other guy's in last stand, he's got the max last stand equipped. You can actually block whatever he has. Obviously, you won't be able to block splash, but there's not many splash out there. So you can really block some of the most common weapons such as Halo, Tehran, Corona, Pulsar, stuff like that. Even all the shotgun weapons as well. So you can kind of hang on there with a eco shield when the other guy has last stand, allowing you to kind of save your HP and then really finish the other guy off, right? So that was the thinking behind this setup. So I think it's unique, and I think I might run this on my own account. But I do definitely want to see more of this. I do want to test this more out. But it's not that bad. So if you have Fenrir, definitely um, try the Eco Shield on one side, just to see whether how you like it. I think it's a very unique. So this build is Pulsar with Avenger, and obviously the 600-meter lockdown with the Pulsar. I think at 500-meter it locks down really well, but I guess this build is a little bit more for longer maps, and I think I have quantum radar on like 3 of my Fenrir, which is definitely not ideal. At first, when I thought about this robot, I always thought I would have the repair kit over the quantum radar, but because how extreme the counter is against the spot, if there's an Aljun, if you have repair kit, you can survive it, but you're always stripped down to your last stand because of the firepower of the Aljun. So I think it does surprise our June pilots when you activate your quantum radar and start locking it down and draining its health. It does have a lot of firepower, so the Aljun actually instead has will be stripped down to last stand, and you'd have more than half of your HP. Most of the times, that's what would happen, unless they go right above you where you can aim. But not many Aljun pilots were able to do that. So this build also has the quantum radar, because I was actually at one point of getting some footage with Fenrir. I was kind of sick and tired of just sitting there and just out June just in the air just shooting at me. So I really want to do quantum radar, and it's not bad. It's, I think, in most cases I think it might be just better than repair kit. It does depend on what enemy has, but if you want the quantum radar on your Fenrir, I would say if you have two of them, or if you have Invader and Fenrir, I would actually put the quantum radar on one of your Fenrir, just because of the Aljuns out there. So yeah, so I engage here with an Invader. Obviously, this is an extreme counter to the Invader, definitely, and I think anti-control, which will come out, I believe, on probably the next update. I'm not sure, but we've seen it in the test server so much that I think it just might just come out on the next update. So I think that module will definitely complete the spot against Invader. So now, Invader does have a lot of HP, but the more I play the Invader, I think it's more of an ambush bot. Like, you can ambush other robots, or I mean strategically. It can be a very tanky, obviously, because of the HP, but I think it's just better as an ambush bot. It's more dominant when you create that one-on-one situation, whereas I think the Fenrir is more of a tanker. It obviously doesn't have that 220-meter jump that Invader has. So, but it is, I think, as far as tanking role, I think the Fenrir is better at tanking than the Invader. But Invader isn't like it has its role. I think it's a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit more limited because of the Fenrir, but just the dominance of Ares. It's just I think it's just too much limiting on the meta. So I'm pretty sure that something's gonna happen to it. That was the pattern for most dominant bots. But I think that would make the game a little bit more fun. But I do have mixed feelings because some people just got it through the workshop, so I do have that mixed feeling. I wish they didn't make certain robots so powerful from the start, but it is what it is. But I think, I mean, like, I don't know how they're gonna nerf the Ares. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're gonna nerf it at all, but I mean, the pattern is, if it's that powerful, and if people have it, like, if people have like 3 or 4 in their hangar and that works, it does limit the customization and the variety that makes this game really fun. So that Strider engagement was done. So back to Fenrir, right? So I dropped into my Iku Redeemer Corona, right? So I actually had Amber on this, so I'm blocking a lot of the firepower that Ares is outputting right now, and I'm able to. The Redeemer is super strong after multiple buffs, right? So it's like Tehran. It hits so fast. So I had Amber on here, but I didn't like the Amber because of the speed of it's just very slow. So I do want to turn and really attack and then turn and rely on my EQ. But the EQ that I have on here was an MK2. It was just MK1. It does have 190k HP on just MK1 EQ, but I think it has about 220k HP on the MK2 Max EQ. So I think maybe I'll make a video with the MK2 EQ, um, but I did rely quite a bit on the EQ shield, and it has worked out pretty well. And I do have other engagement at the end of the video where I just try to go recklessly to the center with the EQ. But I also think that the EQ Redeemer Corona is more of a squad play build, because when I play solo, I still see quite a bit of Orcans, but when I play in squad, I definitely don't see as many Orcans or Tolumbas. But if it's Tolumbas, it's not gonna hurt as much because of how much HP and damage resistance this spot has. So that Avenger on this spot does allow me to have that 500-meter range, and obviously I activated Quantum Radar against the Mercury. So, so I keep thinking that the Quantum Radar is better on this, just because if you have one Fenrir, maybe just have it have repair kit and then just kind of use it to defend, quickly drop in somewhere and defend certain beacons. But but definitely do try Quantum Radar, because with the Invader, the Invader has a lot of health, right? So if someone's just shooting at you, if you have the repair kit, more HP is going up because of how much HP the Invader has. But I think the Fenrir benefits off better with the Quantum Radar, because it doesn't have as much HP as the Invader. But it does have more firepower. So I think your survival chance is higher if you have the Quantum Radar and you kill off the enemy faster. And it's the dynamics of a combination of certain modules and weapon setup is very different from the Invader. Although many people do think that it's very similar, but it will have a similar role, but it does just limit certain tanky role that Invader has. But I think the Fenrir is more pure tanker, and then the Invader is more. I mean, the name says it all. It likes to kind of invade stuff. I mean, that's why it's Invader. It's very ambushing bot. So that's what I want to say. Rather, but thinking that without the Ares, how good the Fenrir would be. I think it definitely will be more dominant, but because how slow it is and because how much firepower the Aojun has, I think it'll still be quite balanced. So that is my personal opinion. I think it's definitely a fun bot. So lastly, I do want to mention one thing about the Fenrir. The skill that you need to play this bot is definitely skill that you play when you play the Falcon, because if you go out of the whatever mode this is, you have Aegis Shield, but your damage resistance is gone, just like the Falcon. So you have to be careful. You have to know when to go in and out of your mode. But also you have to have skill where you switch Aegis Shield to your physical shield on a Bulwark. So if you guys have played the Bulwark and the Falcon, the combination of those two skill sets will come into play on this robot. So if you play those two bots, you already have the skill to play this. So that is my review. I jumped all over the place, but I hope it helped. Maybe I should have it more organized, but I just like to talk about the bots and just have all of the points out. Kind of easier for me as well. But let me know what you guys feel about this video, what you guys feel about this robot in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys later, and enjoy these other engagements here that I have. I'll catch you guys later. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more of my feature contents. And I am pushing towards having a giveaway, but I'm not sure when that's gonna happen, or it still needs to be approved by Pixonic. So keep an eye for that. See you guys.